Good morning. It's 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, the 11th of April, and this is the Norway Dismantling Jamboree, where our partner, who has a bunch of donor cars, no, that's my car, so no, Autoin, who is the third collision in size repair shop in Norway, has a bunch of donor cars. That's one, that's the second, that's the third, and here is a team of people. We've got 5 helpers and we've got 5 technicians, and there's Sophie from England, who's flown in and is now going for her tools. These are the candidates which are going to be further dismantled today. And here's Janis, our chief technician today. And here we've got all the parts that we are going to be cataloging, and we also have a permanent camera on top of my car here, where this is the Norwegian wizard, who is the Fisker expert. That's Chris. This is a FOA, FOCN, Auto-In partnership event on Saturday and Sunday, where these cars are going to very soon end up. And here I have to prepare our listeners to a very sorry ass sight outside of here. Namely, a little fresh air, but I'm taking you to what the cars are supposed to be looking like later today. There you go. This is our goals for the end of the weekend. All parts are going to be cataloged into Auto-In's part system, and then we hope that we can benefit from that for all owners around in Norway and also internationally. This is today's harvest, and this is the underside of a car without a battery, and without a whole lot of things, actually. These are Fisker original rims the whole way. We are moving a carcass that still has a steering wheel and some pushers. This is the dismantled doors, hatches, everything for the practice of collision repair shop of Auto-In, who owns all of this. So they will not be sold to internationally, but with all these, and he's got a full container more, but with all this, some of the mechanical parts, like here's a rear drivetrain, here's another rear drivetrain, here's a third drivetrain, and as you see, there's a lot of stuff going on here. And, a few parts here and there. Here's a front drivetrain. So all of this is going to be cataloged. We've dismantled it over the weekend. And as you see, there are a few parts. Anybody need a lining? Or a dashboard? Or, this is kind of cool, people. See all those snow specks? That is what ScanMan did yesterday. So we now have full scanning on front and rear wheel arch plastic covers. There's a wee bit of glass. Here's a lot of material. We are now at day 2 of the big Norwegian Fisker Dismantling Jamboree. This thing is going to become stripped today. This thing got stripped yesterday. Batteries and fans and everything. And here's the master technician. Here's Janis.
Hello.
Hello. And here is the other one that's being stripped. And this is all the parts that we sorted into pallets yesterday. From here was a huge pyramid of parts, which all the volunteers sorted. It is just unbelievable what is here. And here's the high value container with, everything that everybody dreams of. But the owner is going to then have it cataloged and stuff like that. Would you like an ICC module? I think that's an ICC module, that kind of, oh, here's a rotor. But, it's just overwhelming, I'll have to say. But it is what it is, and this workshop has to be cleared by the 1st of June of all carcasses and all parts. And here there's a few alloys and wheels. Here's all the bumpers and fenders and all kinds of stuff. And here's some roof linings down here. Oh, here's a MCU-RR. Here is some roof linings, a few roof linings, And here's a tow hitch. That's already sold. And here's full wiring looms. We had a guy yesterday taking all of the whole car's wiring loom, the main loom, off. Here's a front fan. Here is PDU, MCU, VCU. There we go. And here's a little battery. Anyway, we'll show you the cars once we're done today. So see, Giannis is already busy at it. We're fewer today, but we're going to get there. Cheers. And he is taking out a wiring loom, full wiring loom from the car. It's been out in the winter, but we are going to keep it because the contacts can be redone, but the wiring loom is important to have. But this is the graveyard of the Norwegian Fisker community, and as you see, he has stripped every single wiring loom from this car. And I'm going to go to the next car. He's on his way, and he's done the same on this car. There ain't much left. Here's the wiring loom that we had out on the floor. That's been collapsed and taped, and we're now taking away the wiring looms in the front and wrapping it into one whole wiring loom for the whole car. Everything we could salvage. Here is an entire wiring loom for the Fisker Ocean that our volunteer has taken apart. Okay, you get to smile again. That's the loom having been put out. He's picked out the entire loom from back to front. There's still some on that car, but it's not much. But on the inside, it is empty. Well done. So folks, while we're at it, we wanted to show you what a massive lower arm on the front undercarriage looks like. This is where the lower arm bearing broke. You can see that right there. Not a pretty sight, but just this can happen. So good afternoon. This is the final edition. After 2 days of the Dismantling Jamboree, we now have 3 carcasses and a boatload of parts and some very exhausted people. Wave! And the hardcore is left, and we've got, for our partner Autoin, who owns these cars, have a boatload of undercarriages, of parts. You won't even know that they will be using in their collision repair shops, and they are exceeding a number of inner parts which they'll figure out what to do with, but there's just about everything here. And here's the high value parts that has anything electronic. So that's a there's a rear lamp in the back at the bottom, so I hope we insulated it well. But I got to walk you through this madness mayhem. I think we've got enough seats to populate a bus. We've got back seats. We've got doors. We've got more back seats and dashboards and Here's a rear drive, and a few wheel arch mats. This is Norway signing off.